online shopping. Why is it so easy to set up a website that is a complete con?
In a high street shop, you can see what you're buying and who you're buying it from. But 36 million of us don't always do our shopping face to face. We do it on the internet, and shopping there is a very different business altogether. When you shop online, it's hard to tell which sites are the real deal and which are just an out-and-out scam, because with some of them, all you'll get for your money is grief. And it's all too easy for them to get away with it. Industry expert Tom Ilube says it's a problem that's getting worse.
Setting up a scam website is like the 21st century perfect crime. You can set it up without any bricks and mortar, without any goods, and you can be anywhere in the world, you can pretend to be anyone, and when you've done what you want to do, you can disappear and nobody would ever find you.
In fact, it's so easy to set up a fake website, we thought we'd have a go ourselves. We set up an online store even though we had nothing to sell. It was cheap, it was quick, and most worryingly of all, it's convincing. So, step one to setting up our site. Well, we needed a catchy name. We called it the Unbelievable Gift Company. You have to register a web address, but that's simple and costs less than £3. We didn't have to give our name, and the address we gave was pretty unbelievable too. But to make our site really convincing, we needed to know exactly what would make people fall for it. And the way to do that is talk to people who've already been scammed. Micah Lane, for one. He bought 2 flat-screen TVs from a website called musthave100.co.uk. They cost him £1,300, but his TVs never arrived. And now whoever was behind the company has disappeared.
I felt really foolish. I'd been conned into such an easy scam. The website looked very professionally laid out. It looked like they spent a lot of time and effort in actually developing the site. The imagery was very clear, the descriptions of the goods was very accurate, and it just made you think that this was a very professional, large company.
So the next step for us, to make sure our site looked the part. But you don't need to be an internet whiz for that. Anyone can just download a template site for around £30. And getting a snazzy logo is simple too. One like ours would cost around £20. People told us that a slick-looking site was one of the 2 main reasons they fell for an online scam. And the other? Well, that's obvious. The prices are just too good to resist. Desperate for some fashionable winter footwear, Amy Craig set her heart on a pair of Ugg boots. But they're not cheap, so she shopped around and bought them from a site called uggfootweardirect.com.
The main reason I went with that particular website was because I looked at all the others and they were the cheapest. It just looked like a professional website.
Amy paid £99, but her boots never arrived, and that site's now vanished, taking dozens of other people's money too. Clearly Ugg boots are in demand, so we needed to sell them on our website. We also pretended we stocked other must-haves, like the Nintendo Wii and the new iPod Touch. We checked prices around the internet, and we made sure that ours were a little bit cheaper. It was almost time to open up shop, but first we wanted to find out the simplest way to make our customers part with their cash. And from what people told us, that was PayPal, the online payment system. Watchdog viewers said when they saw their logo, it made them think the site was genuine.
I assumed that PayPal would have checked out the company, checked they were actually genuine, and they weren't fraudulent, so they wouldn't be scamming lots of people. And I just assumed that PayPal would have done that for their customers.
But they don't. While PayPal will make sure your money is transmitted safely, it doesn't necessarily mean they've checked out the person that you're sending your cash to.
Many fraudsters setting up scam websites, if they want to take payment, will use a payment mechanism like PayPal rather than a bank, because the banks will tend to do a lot more checking in order to determine that you are who you say you are.
It was finally time to launch our website on the unsuspecting public. And this is it. Unbelievable gifts at unbelievable prices. Everything from the hottest gadgets to Easter eggs. And we even threw in free delivery. Don't worry, we were never actually going to take people's money, but anyone placing an order wouldn't know that. As far as they were concerned, this site was for real. Our site did allow customers to choose items and enter their details, but we stopped short of taking their card details or their cash. Remember, a website like ours could be set up for as little as £60 without anyone checking we were genuine.
It looked like a very professional site, and the one thing that this says to consumers is that you can't judge a book by its cover. A slick-looking website is no guarantee that it's a legitimate business.
The unbelievable gift company.co.uk was live for just under 4 weeks and attracted hundreds of visitors. We had customers from across the country and even as far afield as Antarctica. Kevin Weir was one. He was looking for a gift for Mother's Day and clicked on our site when our ad came up on Google.
I thought the website was very professional, very slick, very modern looking, and it was well set out, and the prices were all very competitive.
Kevin chose our £15 just for Mum Bear and typed in his details. But instead of receiving his gift, he got a call from Watchdog.
When I found out that the website was designed by Watchdog, I was very surprised and shocked that it was so easy to con me, because I'm not normally the sort of person that falls into that sort of trap.
We were amazed at how easy it was to set up the unbelievable gift company. But the shocking thing is that people are being scammed by sites like this every day. And the really unbelievable thing is that no one's doing enough to stop it. And it's not just us who think so. A recent House of Lords committee report into internet security said more could be done to protect consumers.
It's quite wrong that you can go on the internet and retail in this manner. Retailing websites should be regulated. That would enable the customer then to check that it's a legitimate website before they purchase anything from it.
But the government rejected many of the report's recommendations. It's a shame they won't follow the example of the authorities in Ireland, where anyone who wants to sell online with an Irish web address is checked out. So if we'd tried to set up the unbelievable gift company there, it would never have got off the ground. When you're online, seeing is not necessarily believing, because behind that glossy website could be somebody just waiting to rip you off. And they can, because there's no one out there to protect you.
Well, the unbelievable gift company is still online, so you can check it out and see if you'd have been taken in. We were careful not to reveal exactly how to set up a fake site, but of course there are already plenty out there. The Home Office has told us they do take this problem seriously, and they're deciding how best to tackle it. They're considering actually at the moment setting up a special e-crime unit.
Meanwhile, PayPal say they have one of the world's leading fraud prevention systems and, as a result, a very low loss rate of around 1/3%. They work closely with police around the world, they say, leading to a number of arrests, and they're confident their checks would have stopped us getting far if we'd actually tried to take money on our site. Yeah, well, we've put together some advice on how to shop safely online. You can find it on our website, bbc.co.uk/watchdog. From tomorrow, I say tomorrow because some people on the team are having an Easter break. Yeah, we thought they deserved just at least a few hours off. Now, we've had